So how should the Biden administration respond to the recent wave of street protests across Russia as a result of the recent arrest of popular opposition leader Alexey Navalny, who was himself the target of a lurid assassination attempt last summer? First of all, it is always more effective for the United States and Europe to respond jointly to deal with our Russia problem instead of acting impulsively or individually. The Biden administration, which has only been in office for about a week now, needs time to formulate a comprehensive and sustainable policy toward Russia. That policy will, of course, include aspects of pressure, such as sanctions, or moves to tighten flows of illicit Russian funds into our jurisdiction. It will also include certain forms of cooperation with Russia, including in the nuclear arms control sphere or to deal with Iran's nuclear ambitions, out of sheer cold-blooded necessity. What we've seen for the past century, though, as hateful as it may sound, is that the Russian government has used targeted killings to deal with dissidents and sources of political opposition both at home and abroad. That is a problem which, unfortunately, is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. Oftentimes, change comes not necessarily as a direct result of outside forces putting pressure on Russia, but because of change at the very top of the Russian system. To cite one important example, in the 1980s, famed Soviet dissident scientist Andrei Sakharov was sent into internal exile. It was not Western sanctions, but the brave decision of then Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev to release Sakharov that led to a change in the political climate inside Russia. Going forward, we should expect the street demonstrations to continue. It is essential that Western leaders respond very carefully to these street demonstrations to avoid putting a Made in USA label on the activities of brave Russian citizens. The Russian government, for years, has tried to portray any and all instances of political opposition as somehow the result of Western plotting and conspiracies. They use that to castigate any and all political opponents as un-Russian and unworthy of the support of Russian citizens or Russian officialdom. The more that the United States expresses support for key principles rather than individuals, the better.